Hey, what's going on, guys? So, just like my fish oil post, not all proteins are created equal, and not even all isolates are created equal. So, what I love about this, and particularly being a competitor and staying relatively lean all the time, is that there's very minimal bloating because there's not much sodium in it. A lot of isolates are better than, your typical blends with a bunch of sugar and fat and garbage. Um, whey isolate's going to hit you faster, which is beneficial. But a lot of them are just loaded down with sodium and it bloats you. And that's the last thing you want, especially if you're trying to look good and feel good. You don't want to just be sluggish. So, you have protein powder a few times a day probably, and this is just delicious. I have the s'mores flavor with me right now. I've tried a bunch. They have all been very good, so give a few a try. But if you're having a protein shake a few times a day, every day of your life, you're gonna want it to taste good. You want it to have quality ingredients that not only work but aren't gonna mess you up. Not just contain all these chemicals and carcinogens and all this garbage that you're ingesting many times a day. So make sure to save with my code and give a few new flavors a try.